Welcome, welcome, Leos. How are you guys doing? Hope everybody is doing good out there. For those of you that are brand new, my name is Patty, and I'm here to do your reading between August 9th and the 15th. We are already going towards the middle of August. Crazy. I'm not ready for this. I don't want winter coming already. I really don't want to see that and then hear the news about all more COVID stuff because it's cold. Anyway, we're here to do that reading. Not really any new news here. We do have a new moon on the 8th, which was last week's reading. I didn't talk about it at all just because I didn't know about it. I hadn't studied it. I've been so busy. So I did take a peek at the new moon. It is in Leo. Lots of confidence, lots of things coming up there. Still have some energies coming up with that new moon. Now remember, we're in the waning moon before that hits. What does that mean to you and all the things in your life right now? It just means, hey, Felix, welcome, welcome. It means that we're in the waning moon to release things. I just did Sagittarius reading. They really have some, theirs was all about finance and future and their, what do you call it? Their careers, paths, things like that, things to work with, money and things to do, all money, all their future kind of things. So definitely we got to be looking towards that. I am going to be doing some other uploads today. So I'm going to be recording these after I do my readings. They're downloads that I've gotten a lot about the spiritual warfare we're in. Huge spiritual warfare we're in. And so the world is getting ugly, mean, angry, bitter. And so I'm going to talk about that download that I got there. And you're going to see some other uploads. I've finished editing 2 of the 3-part series for picking up the pieces of my story and how to survive, heal, and live with sexual abuse. So that's done. I've got section 3 to finish. I'm trying to decide if I should upload the first 2 because it's really intense and there's a lot of thought process to go through both of those. It's really intense, or if I should just wait until I get, hey Felix, what do you think? Should I post one and then another one and another one, or should I post them all at one time? You tell me. You guys tell me, and that's what I'll do. But I've got 2 done. 3 is almost done, but not quite there. It took me 2 full days to edit. Just number 2. I was just like, holy Toledo. I was telling Divine, I said, you know what? The program I'm using sucks. And I said, I am going to give up. And he's like, no, you're not. So I don't want you to. So I'm like, okay. So anyway, so I would love to know your, because I asked my daughter, should I post one at a time, like one every week so people can think about it? Or should I post them all at once? I don't know. This is all new to me, so I don't know. You tell me, should I post them all at once or one by one? So we've got the Divine's card out. For those of you that are new people, okay, then that's what I'll do. I got 1 and 2 done, so those will come out then. I trust you, Felix. Your ideas and your opinions are good. So he's been, for those of you that don't know, if you see Felix on there, he's watched me for a long time. Over almost a year, right? Something like that. So I appreciate the support, Felix. Anyway, so we've got the first card out for those of you that are new. So you'll hear tarot readers say past, present, future for their oracles. I do divine, present, and future because we have to take everything that we do in our future and our forward movement, and we have to ask divine. We have to get it. If you want to believe in the universe or Holy Spirit or Allah or whatever it is that you believe in, you have to go to the second dimension first, because the second dimension is all about love, kindness, compassion, things that we cannot see, and the world really needs that right now. Really, really does. And we're not. And your intuition is definitely part of the hearing, but you can hear divine. And I'm going to talk about that in another upload. Okay, because you have to learn how that you can hear and feel this intuition. And that's going to just be a short, like 10-minute upload or something like that. So I'll be doing those today. So lots of uploads coming up. So we do have new moon energy on the 8th. It is what? The date of the 3rd. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a new moon reading. We are waning until that. It is in Leo. And then our full moon is in Aquarius again. So this is really, really good. So we'll see what was going to go on. So if you're not subscribed and you're watching this, subscribe, because there's a bunch of uploads coming up, and I don't know when they're going to come up. That's just depends on when Divine does that. All right. So current energy right now, this is beautiful, beautiful, a powerful move. And this is the number 15, but it's in the number 6 in numerology. This powerful move with that numerology factor in it is about your harmony. This is about where you're going, how you're improving your life, how you're growing your life, how you're evolving your life. Okay. This is a new deck, and I am learning it slowly but surely, guys. But I love this deck. You're going to see me use it more and more because the high energies in this, the high vibrations in it, I love it. Even my daughter says, wow, you have a lot of Colette. It's Colette Baron-Reid. It's the 7 energies of Oracle of 7 energies. She is just very, very high vibrational. I love it. And she's very much about high spirit and not any low vibrational stuff at all. Love it, love it, love it. So let's see what she says about the powerful move. All right. So this is a time for rest is over. Change is in the air. What did I just say? Evolving, transforming, that kind of a thing. This is a powerful time when deliberate action is needed to move your intentions out of the realm of the thought and into the material world. I think I've read this before. From your ideas into action. So how do you approach your relationship in the visible world as it influences the visible? Okay. Do you see the relationship? Do you recognize yourself as a unique whole and worthy being who has a special place in the world, whose offerings are valuable, and whose life has meaning? Are you a mighty co-creator? Somebody's got creative energy in there, huh? So step into that power and see your intentions manifest in the world. This is a time to manifest, guys. This is really a time to manifest. Where real positive change is possible when you make choices from your authentic self and take a conscious step towards your dreams. Huge, huge. Okay, this is the time to begin to act and move. This is about transition. This is about transformation. This is about evolving. This is about growing. This is about taking your lessons, learning what it meant, that horrible lesson you went through, the crap you went through, whatever, and turn it around for good. This is the time, because here's your current energy card. Number 3 is acknowledge it. Whatever it is that has evolved you to that next level. I've got goosebumps for somebody. And it's not the fan on me, guys. But this is something that is slow and steady. So what it means is we need to take action now, but it may take some time to grow that again. Okay, but this is the number 3. This is your current energy card, guys. This is your current energy. Really, what is it in your life that you can actually look at and take and say, wow, that has changed me now? And then you can take that to the next level. How can I take what I've learned and move it to the next level? Okay. The future energy that you have, okay, and I look at that sort of at the planets, which I haven't really looked a lot past the new moon on, of what's going on with all the planets up there. So we're going to go by what this card is reading to. It is the number 7, about your potential and ambition. So you're moving with your potential and ambition, your authentic you, forward, not a fake you. Stop having a different hat for everything, especially, it's sort of like when you look at actors, they always play a different part, and you think, how did they get that accent? They didn't have that accent before. We play parts. That's not what we're supposed to be doing in life. We're supposed to be keeping one hat. We may act a little differently here and there. However, that same authentic person is still there. So I might be a little bit more goofy at some point, or I might be a little bit more serious, but I'm still being that same Patty. I'm not being a different Patty. As I go with my friends, I'm one person. I go to work, I'm one person. I go to church, I'm one person. You're not all these people. You're the same person. You just have different energies flowing through depending on what's going on around you. So, but we have this rescue energy. That is not for your future. This is something that you need to be doing for yourself. We cannot fix other people. We can show them our ways. We can give them ideas as me as a coach, That's all I do. I give ideas. Now, whether somebody thinks, oh, that might work for me and takes it, that's up to them. I would never do that. Okay, that's fine. That's for them. So this is something that you've got to understand, that we cannot rescue people. And a lot of people are trying to rescue somebody in a relationship. It doesn't work. That becomes codependent or enabling somebody. Okay, we definitely do not want to enable somebody. We do not want to become codependent, or if we are codependent, we need to break that. And we need to do our own, get our own coaching, get our own books. Codependent No More by Melanie Beatty has been out there for years. It's a book. She might have audio. I've read it many, many times. I used to be codependent when I was in my 20s. And let me tell you, that broke me through a lot of chains, because you cannot be codependent and become an individual and grow. Same with enable. We cannot enable somebody in a poor behavior or a poor habit. This world is, oh my gosh, we're in a, it's like some of the readers might say, we're in a spiritual warfare. No, we are in a warfare. Spiritually, worldly, everything. We're in a warfare. This is really something that you have to take. And I said this, I don't know if this was Leo's last week, this rescue thing, we've got to stop and make sure that we're rescuing ourselves before we try to rescue somebody else. When you fly on an airplane and they say they're talking about the thing dropping, the air thing dropping, they tell you to put it on you first, then rescue somebody else. Because without you, they may just die. So the thing is, they got to have you first. So make sure that you're really doing this for you first. Whatever it is that you're moving towards right now, this very moment, you definitely have to really think about where you want to go in this future, because it's going to get ugly, guys. There's so many mean people. I was on my business Facebook last night. I made one little comment about something, and some of these are my clients, and they're going off way off this meter. And I'm like, really? But I continue to show kindness. I should continue to caring. And then like somebody says, oh, you're gaslighting. And I'm like, no, I'm not gaslighting, and I'm not any better than anybody else. However, this is not the way to do things. This is a way to divide people, not bring people together. And this, yeah, it's going to get bad. I just feel it. It's just, oh my gosh, I just feel it. And so we need to prepare ourselves to be able to rescue ourselves first, emotionally, spiritually, and physically first. I don't know what's going to be happening, but I sure can feel some energies changing, big energies. So whatever it is in your life, acknowledge it, that you want to move with it, and stop thinking about it and talking about it. Time to move with it. Whether it doesn't matter what direction you go, because if it's not the right direction, divine will tell you, no, I want you to stop. I want you to go back, and I want you to go this way. But it's going to be slow and steady, because it takes time to change. It takes time to transform. Okay? It takes time to transform. Look at, she looks pissed off because it's taken too long. Sorry, but she's got wings, so she's transforming. Whether she likes it or not, slow or fast, it transforms. Now, if Divine's in the middle of it, it could go really, really fast. It's like relationships. If it's Divine intervened, it doesn't take a long time to know that you're meant for each other and marry, and you guys are fine. But if it's not, and it's manifested, and it's 5, 6, 7 years that you've been with each other, and you're and you're 5, 6, 7 years together and you're not married, and that's what you both want, is looking for marriage, or if one really wants to get married and the other one's like, wow, we've been together 5, 6 years, so you can ever marry me, kind of a thing, time to go. Because that's not divine intervention. That is called commitment phobia. But it's not divine intervention. Definitely is not. Because if divine is going to have something go, it's, you know it. You both know it. You both are ready to do it. You're ready to go, go, go. All right. You like that? I'm in a crazy mood today, you guys. Sorry. Okay, so let's look at this spread here. Give me a second. It is hot here, you guys. Somebody is definitely stressing about something. I don't know who's supposed to be traveling and they're stressed out about it. So something's going on with your travel that you're really stressed out about it. It may have a relationship involved with it, like maybe you were supposed to meet somebody and it didn't go right, or the flights got canceled or whatever. You know, something disrupted it. And now I want to say this is a feminine energy that's all upset. And this is something that you just need to release. If this is somebody that definitely, I feel like there's somebody also in the midst of this. Divine's trying to protect somebody. I feel like there is another person, and that maybe this is why it could be. Let me give you an energy here that I'm feeling. And I'm going to give you a hypothetical because I really think that this isn't everybody. Oh gosh. Hey, Felix, did I freeze up? Did I freeze up? Let me check here. I'm frozen here. Are you guys still there? I see that it says that it's good, but I'm going to refresh and see if I'm still here. Okay. Can somebody out there tell me? Yeah. Am I still there, Felix? I don't know if I need to restart or not. I am frozen, aren't I? Okay, hang on a sec. Crap. Hang on, guys. You hear me? Okay, great. I'm going to try to fix the video. Not quite sure how to do that. I know what I'll do. So let me try to. This is sometimes what happens when you go live, and my internet connection looks like it's low, and that might be it. So I hate to keep going when I'm okay. Let me try something. I'm gonna give me 2 seconds. If you lose me, I'm gonna come right back on. Okay, so hang on for 2 seconds. I'm gonna close my one thing and restart it. Okay, hang on, guys. All right, can you guys see me yet? It should be going by now, but I don't know if the same thing is there. Okay, can anybody hear me or see me? Thank you. Thank you, Felix. Appreciate it. Okay, perfect. Now I know how to do it anyway. Sorry about the interruption, guys. Sometimes that happens when you're live. You know, a lot of people do not do live. Do not do live. Okay, so let me figure out where I'm at. Oh, okay, so there is like somebody in the mixed. I feel like there's two energies going on here. So somebody's, sort of their travel has been disrupted. They're really, unhappy about it. You got to look at Divine. He's trying to protect you. This is a powerful move. So that action may have been something that he didn't want you to do, because I feel like there's a third person. I hate to say, it's almost like a girl was going to travel to see a guy, but there's actually another girl in his background. And so he doesn't want you to travel because he doesn't want you to find out about the other girl, that kind of a thing. It could be vice versa. Or, a guy trying to travel to see a girl and, well, you got a boyfriend, but you haven't been really honest. So I don't know who that is. But the other one is that there is something about travel that You know, this isn't maybe a romance from the internet that you got interrupted, that you're supposed to go see somebody. And you know what? People lie on these internets all the time. You got to be real, real careful. And divine might have interrupted that travel. Don't be upset. Be thankful a lot of the times, because we don't know what's going on, all right, behind the scenes. We have the Four of Wands, or excuse me, the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. Got to release. This is the waning moon, okay? Well, you're going in the waxing moon now, so you're trying to, on this here, we're past the new moon. So when you pass the new moon to the full moon, we're in the waxing moon, which is bringing abundance forward, bringing things forward. You got to be careful what you want to bring forward. That's why you really got to be paying attention to what you're moving forward to, you know? Yes, it could be about work, definitely, because we got pentacles in here. Definitely, it could be about work. We've got pentacles, and there's a lot of communication going on here. Okay, so we got a lot of wands here. So it could be, looks like there's another person involved. So maybe somebody setting up the travel or something of that nature. Could be, definitely. But my big concern is that our future energy, and if you're not going to travel, I mean, if your travel got stopped, okay, this might not be for everybody, because I got a bunch of energies coming through right at the moment, is that if you're not traveling, hang tight. But for this person that's traveling, let it go, because if divine and is supposed to meant to be, it'll come again, but it's a slow and steady process. So this is because here we got at the very, very end is the truth. We've got absolute truth. We've got the Knight of Wands, or the Knight of Swords. I can't even think today. The Knight of Swords, because I got so much coming in. Slow down. We got and the Swords is all about absolute truth. So the absolute truth is going to come out. Right now, it's not, because this is the challenge card. Okay, the challenge is that something is not being truthful. Something is not being forefront and saying what is supposed to happen. And if that's the case, if you're like, I feel like something's missing, or like they're not saying something, or something's just off, then you really need to start asking questions, because this is a challenge card. Once you start asking questions, all the things start falling, and then you'll get the truth. And that's what the king is all about. Absolute truth. Not somebody else's truth, but absolute truth. Okay, because there's a huge, huge difference. But again, we've got in the middle of the spread, we've got the Queen of Wands and the Four of Pentacles together. So that's meaning that there is something in your heart that needs to be released and allowed to be released, so that you can have that newness come in. My thing is, before the truth, is that somebody is paying attention more to their wounds, their things that have gone wrong in their life, rather than things that have gone good in their life. And this also could be causing some of those sleepless nights. Okay, somebody could be doing that. So definitely. So it could be a lot of different things here. The end result, though, is that I hate when he does this. So we're talking about travel again, real quick. I'm not gonna play on this, because I know that this is not everybody, but this travel, somebody's crying over travel, that they were supposed to travel internationally to meet somebody. Okay, and you cannot rescue somebody. So if you're traveling to meet somebody in another country, you've never met them, they're trying to woo you, that kind of a thing, you cannot rescue them. They're out for a green card. They're out for something that they want for their self and their families, and that is very evident. Definitely a lot of gossip going on their side. You know, there's a lot of gossip going on. Hey, I found this woman in America, and wow, I've got her on the hook. I've got her this. The reason why I'm saying that, I've been there. But I really caught it when I went to the country, and I could see, because studying criminal justice, I actually turned it around for my better, because I said, you know what, I'm going to play with them, and I'm going to see, hey, what about that internet cafe? You know, you were talking about it, because I wanted to go see how the whole scam works. Been there, know how it works, and definitely it could be in any country of the world. that's trying to get to another country. It doesn't have to be America. Somebody from Africa could be trying to go to England. Somebody could be going to Germany. Somebody could be going to South America. They don't care. They just want to get out. Okay. Be really careful of that. Now, that's not everybody, but somebody is wanting to rescue them, and it'll be at your expense. Be really, really careful. Definitely really, really careful on that, divine is saying. So if you're planning international travel, be really, really careful. You can always contact me. I can tell a scam like that. All right. So definitely. Definitely forward movement. Definitely. This is great. Whatever it is that you're planning to move on for yourself, whatever this is that you're acknowledging, hey, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to move forward on this now. I'm ready to move forward because this is a transformation. This is about moving up to that next level. You're going to win it. You're going to win it because this is something that it's going to take time because this is your current energy. It's going to take time, but you are going to be victorious in it. All right. You will be victorious in it. And you're going to probably do it on your own. I don't know who this is for, but you are going to do it on your own. Definitely. Thank you. So definitely saying that you will have to sacrifice or give up something along the way, but it's going to be worth the reward in the end. And you will know it because you will know the truth of whatever it is. Okay. You got to release yourself, though, out of this one. I don't know who this is for, but you got to release yourself. You got to sort of like when we need to tell our stories. However, there's times and places that we need to tell them. We need to also sit back. I don't know. There's no Herman energy, but we also need to sit back and listen to the other side. This is not a time to tell your story as far as I've been through crap. I've been through this. My life is harder than yours. My life, da, 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 da. It's not your time to tell all of that. It might be later, but not right now. Because remember, this is not about rescuing. This is not about codependency, enabling anybody. This is about planning on something to move now. Okay. Beautiful, two beautiful cards together. Divine is saying this. Woo. We've got victory. We've got sun. Now the sun is about the beautiful release, the freedom that it may give you. Definitely. Well, truth always does give freedom, by the way, if you've never had that. You definitely, once you release yourself, you get that in my videos coming up with the sexual abuse. Freedom of truth is very healing, definitely. But this is about you to become more free. And this is free to be yourself, free to be your authentic you. But you got to move. You got to move. Okay. All right. Let's see if there's anything else here before we go to love and relationships. And if anybody has any questions, if anybody's watching and you want to ask a question, this is the time that you can do that. See if Divine has anything else. I don't like those cards when I'm trying to get clarification on anything. I can't shuffle them. I love them, but I can't shuffle. Hangman. Insightfulness. Definitely insightfulness. This is definitely about looking to Divine for what you're doing, okay? This is something that you really have to open up, acknowledge, and say, you need to get confirmation. And you can ask for specific confirmation. You can say, you know, Divine, I really want to take this job. I really need to hear confirmation or a sign from you. I need somebody close to me to say something that will give me, or you can even say specific, or you can say a timeline. Hey, by the end of this, I need to hear this. Otherwise, I'm not going to take the job. You can do that. Divine will follow through if it's the right thing for you. Queen of Wands, again, about be careful if you're traveling. Again, if this is somebody that's really got a little bit of a dark side, maybe somebody else is in the play, like somebody's playing, you know, a guy or a girl being a player kind of a thing. Again, 5 of Wands. More wands, more wands, more wands, more wands. Okay, so there we go with that. All right, so let's go to love and relationships. Definitely about movement. This is all about movement. And also, too, that your first card out is about movement. Okay, so definitely the powerful move. We've got travel, we've got move. Now that travel could be something that you're going to travel. It could be moving, physically moving, like your house or that kind of a thing. It could be travel of some type. Somebody's stressed over it, though. Definitely stressed over it. Okay. The one thing I do want you to pay attention to is really paying attention to your intuition and that little voice in your head. You got a hair that's flying around. That is telling you that this isn't right. I don't know what it is this week that's going to come up, that you're going to get a feeling like, two and two ain't adding up here, or whatever. You really need to listen to that intuition. So if you're in a relationship or dating somebody from the internet or something of that name, or you even met from the internet, this is a time to really ask the tough questions and watch the red flags. Okay. Definitely. For you single people, definitely time to watch the red flags. Remember, we're in the waxing moon. We want to attract things that are good to us. We want to attract things that are going to honor our value system and our morals and our integrity. We want to push away. And if you, soon as you know that, it's sort of like asking if you're on a first date. Oh, so what kind of goals do you have? Like I had a gentleman. Oh, I want to be moving to Florida. I'm going to move to Florida. My plan is to move to Florida. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, okay, bye. Because I'm not going to move to Florida. I'm just not at this time. God may say, okay, I want you to move to Florida, but not at this time. But you might have already red flags on the first date, second date that tell you they're not meant for you. Don't waste your time. Why waste your time? Maybe they want children and you don't. Maybe they want to travel. You don't. Maybe there's a bunch of things coming up at once. You don't. Bye-bye kind of a thing. All right. Okay, so the card for relationships here, love, whatever, whether you're dating, single, going to meet somebody, married, whatever it is, the Hawk Prince. Spirit communication and paying attention. 100%, guys. That's the number 2. It says the 11. But you can say they're ones, something new, something very hard to do for a lot of people is communicate effectively. But this is your spirit to spirit. This is not about mouth to mouth. This is just that connection that you have and paying attention to the body language, paying attention to how they're acting, paying attention to their words. Are their actions meeting their words? Because we'll tell you your spirit is way off if your words are not meeting your actions. That spirit is conflicted because you've got lying, but your spirit is about truth. Okay? And that's why somebody is having a spiritual battle internally, because that is lying. So the thing is, when you get into that spiritual communication, you want to be on the same page with your partner, okay? Because you definitely want to be telling truth. They want to be telling truth. If one is lying, then that's just a really bad connection. Really bad connection. If it's one time, maybe they tried something and they're not. But everybody lies. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's a liar. However, this is like really lying. That it's a consistent problem to somebody. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Your spirit, you have to surrender to the divine. Once you do that. Now, I'm filming this on the 3rd. So we're in the waning mood. Definitely surrendering it to divine. Now, I'll talk about this when you want to learn how to hear divine's words and really hear him. Definitely, hey, Star, welcome. This upload that I'll be doing will be a good key for you, because you got to surrender in order to hear. If you don't surrender what burden you're carrying, how can you hear? Because your head's so full of the burden. You got to empty it. When I was in martial arts, we learned to empty our brain so that we could sleep, we could rest. You should be able to fall asleep like that or within 5 minutes. Easy. But when you're burdened and you're thinking about all your stuff, you can't do that. And how can you hear divine, or how can you hear the intuition when your head is here? So that's why I say sometimes take your head off and put it on and really listen to your spirit. Definitely want to do that. Okay, this is about bringing 2 people together. This is the number 11. This is the number 2 in numerology. Bring it together. You got to bring that communication together and really talk to each other. And I'll tell you, somebody's with a relationship where somebody is very spiritual and the other one isn't. That is a really, really tough relationship to be in. If that person who is not spiritual doesn't allow you to talk or be yourself, it's not going to work. It's going to be really, really hard because you're squishing your authentic you. And divine is saying, don't do that. Move in a direction that's going to bring you and evolve you spiritually to more to him, but also to love, affection, light, to compassion, to healing, and all that kind of stuff. All right. All right, Leos. Wow, what a reading. Definitely, if you're traveling and you're traveling for somebody that you're like, now I don't know if I should be traveling, email me. Definitely, we'll share. But you have to be looking at the end of the day, the truth. And this is your challenge card. You're not seeing the truth. Or you're telling yourself a lie, or somebody's telling you a lie, and you've really got to let that go. You got to release that, okay? Because you want to be able to see the truth. Trust me, that's why empaths and myself, it's really hard to lie to me. In fact, that gentleman that was coming from Africa, he would try to lie all the time. I'm like, dude, really? And then later he'd fess up. He goes, how do you know things before I even say them? How do you know? It's called divine power. All right, you guys. Star, let's see. Can you give me a message about my partner? He's a Leo. He's distant. So some Leo, some Leos are very. There's a difference between distant and quiet. Okay, this might be a coaching session actually. But let me see if Divine has anything to say, and let me pull a card. But I can tell you right now, when a guy is distant, they're in a thinking process. They're unsure. There might be fear, that kind of a thing. You have to look what the surrounding situation is in it. Sorry, I'm talking to him. So, yeah. Well, and time apart is really a good thing because we grow and we transform in time apart. Definitely. So I heard the word evolve. So somebody's evolving, or maybe you're both evolving. I don't know who that is. So we have the 8 of Wands, Page of Wands, and 7 of Pentacles. So this is definitely about trying to figure things out for somebody. Somebody is not really sure of themselves. Somebody's changing and they're not sure if they like it, or they're used to it. Definitely. And it's new to them because when you have the pages in there, I had 2 pages back to back in another reading. I think it was Sagittarius. These are sort of an immature thought process, and immature not meaning in a bad way. It's just new to them. And it's like, how do I do it? It's like when you teach communication, is like trying to teach somebody not to fight. And you use the word, because somebody, when it's a destructive relationship, a lot of people say you. If you didn't do this, then I wouldn't be this way. And if you said that, and blah, blah, blah. If you. And trying to teach people to say, no, don't start out with you, start out with I. I feel bad when you call me an idiot. Okay, nobody can really make you feel bad, but that's how you're feeling at the moment. However you say, so please don't call me an idiot. And if that person loves you enough, then, but trying to teach that communication technique to use I instead of you, it's really, really hard. So whatever's going on is fairly new to them. They're confused. They're not quite sure what to do with the information that they're getting. They're trying to feel themselves out. It's like, how can I put this and not, I don't want you to think this is you, Star, okay? So it's sort of like when a guy is younger and they may be a player, but then they want to really start to settle down. Nobody can take him seriously because he's been a player. And now everybody's like, oh, yeah, right. You're going to settle down. Yeah, I'm not going to stop going out drinking. I'm going to, stop doing all the women and that kind of a thing. No, I'm serious. I want to settle down. And their friends are like, yeah, right. Nobody believes them. Well, it's sort of going from that transition, like a transition of something like that. It's in their mind that they want to really change something, but they're not quite sure what they want to change. And if they do change it, how it's going to be accepted. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I don't know if that's for you or somebody else watching, but definitely if somebody is going through a transition that they're like, man, I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But yeah, there is a transition happening here. And again, there might be a little bit of gossip. There might be some, people saying, oh, he thinks he's going to do this. They did that with me bodybuilding. They're like, you really think you're going to diet this time? You're really going to think that you're going to lose the weight? And so you got these people gossiping because they want to keep that person stuck. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to evolve. They want you to stay with them, their dysfunctional way. They're that way. And then, you're like, yeah, well, I'll show you, and by the way, you're out of my life for a little while because I can't handle that toxicity. And they'll go like, what? So then you don't hang around them. You don't call them. You don't do anything. You go your way. And gee, a year later, I was on a bodybuilding stage at 136. I was at 213 and they're laughing. Ha, 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 you're really going to do this? Another diet. Ha, 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 ha. And then a year later, I'm on a bodybuilding stage at 136. Those people weren't around to watch it because I didn't allow them around. But I did allow the people that were coaching me and lifting me up, because that toxic way and that toxic gossip and everything like that has to go. Yeah. Well, they could be threatened because you're evolving. And it's not even a threatening. They're like, they're going to think, oh, you're a goody two shoes. Oh, you think you know everything. Oh, you're better. Oh, you're superior than us now. It's one of those kind of attitudes when they're just stuck and they don't want to change. Their comfort in toxicity, their comfort in dysfunctionalism. Okay, let them stay there and let them watch you evolve, and you keep evolving and shining. And you keep growing, because not only that, if your partner is meant to be and divine is working on that partner as well, he'll bring that partner back. If not, he's going to show you somebody new. And if not, then we're supposed to be in our singleness for a reason for a while so that we can get closer to him and learn something that we're going to be learning and to be utilizing it later. And then he's going to bring that person forward. Because we may be with a partner that we're even really not supposed to be with in the first place. So I hope that helped. Oh, I'm correct. Once in a while I am, huh? Anyway, I hope that helped, guys. I really did. Yeah. You know what, though, Star? I'm going to tell you right now, through experience and what I did, and what Divine had me do, not only through his wisdom, but through the knowledge that I was learning about myself. That's how this book got started back here. Okay, that's how that happened. I never ever planned on it, but I learned that people with dieting, you can't do your diets first. You can't work on your body first, because it has to come from here. Your brokenness here has to be fixed. That you have to rescue yourself first, and then you can work your spirit. That your spirit tells your mind, oh, okay, so yeah, I am loved. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am whatever. And then your mind begins to believe it. It becomes a pattern. And then your mind tells yourself, oh, okay, now I'm going to dress really nice, or say something really nice or do whatever, because our spirit talks to our mind talks to our body and how to react and act and all that kind of stuff. But if we do it backwards from our head to our spirit and then our mouth, then you get dysfunctionalism and you get all that stuff that doesn't want to grow. Anyway, I'll keep going on and on and on and on, you guys. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Star. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a really, really good week. I'm so hot, my cards are sticking to me. I got to take a break and go get something cool to drink. Whew, I'm drinking coffee still from this morning. Anyway, so I hope you guys, I will probably do a new moon reading That's on a Sunday, though. I don't like doing readings on Sundays. That's the only day I take off for the week. So I don't know what day I'm going to do that on. And plus, I got a bunch of uploads I really, really want to do. So if you're new and you're watching, please subscribe, hit the bell. You'll know when I'm doing my uploads. I'm going to have an upload on the download about the spiritual warfare that we're going through. And another upload on how to really hear and the things that you can do to really begin to learn the process of hearing him. And then, of course, I'm trying to do the final upload for number 3 on the sexual abuse. All right. So I hope you guys have a really, really wonderful week. And thank you for popping in. Felix, thank you for your help with getting me back on visually. I appreciate that very, very much. And Star, let me know how it goes. And stay away from their dysfunctionalism, because they're really, whoever's in this midst, I don't know who it is, but they're really dysfunctional and they're not a really healthy habit to be in, or a healthy person to be around. All right. All right, you guys. See you next week on the, what is it going to be? 16th. Oh my gosh, middle of the month. Take care, guys. Don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love. Take care.